We've talked a lot over the last couple of weeks, and people have been responding because there's a lot of people out there that have got a lot of money in their 401ks. Here's another story about them. Fidelity says that 55% of its customers who have retired for 1 year still haven't rolled their money over into an IRA from their employer plan. So, Chris, the up and the down of leaving it there and getting it under your own control.
Yeah, well, there's no upside to leaving it there other than your mental comfort.
Okay.
Right. I mean,
because they're not matching anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's growing deferred. So does an IRA. But people get comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I just met with a potential client who's got $10 million and he's retired, and he just recently consolidated 5 or 6 different 401ks that he had.
Wow.
I mean, here's a high net worth guy,
Yeah.
and he's just left it in 401ks because there's comfort there, I guess, as you see your money grow. And it's growing because you're contributing to it and you're getting matching, by the way.
And the market's going up.
And the market's gone up for the past 10 years.
Right.
So be careful not to give it credit where credit's not due. But there's no reason not to roll that money out.
Okay.
You've got fee structure, which I'm going to argue you can reduce by rolling it out. You know, there's a... Look, I call Fisher out all the time, so I'm going to call these guys out too. A lot of people are coming to me and saying, well, Financial Engines is now proposing that they want to manage my 401k, and they're going to be my advisory team on my 401k. And one of the things they've said, Financial Engines has done a good job of convincing people that their fee is low.
Okay.
But it's not an all-in fee that they're telling them. So they charge a fee, then they put you in funds or indexes that have additional fees to them. So you got to add the whole thing up. And I'm not saying the fees are astronomical, but it's not as huge of a discount as people are now touting.
Okay.
So the fee structure, you've got to look at it. You got to do a deep dive into it, and you got to figure out what you're being charged. I believe you can lower your fees by rolling it to an IRA, even if you hire an advisor. The second thing is, your 401k does not have the options available to you that an IRA does. So you can broaden your asset classes, you can build protection. And the other thing is, a 401k does not provide you any guaranteed income streams. It doesn't provide you any income planning.
It's a block of money.
It doesn't talk to you about your tax impact.
Right.
It doesn't balance anything. It's a growth model. It's at risk. It's very dangerous when it's climbed up this high over the past 10 years to let your money sit there because it's comfortable. You got to move it to an IRA and let the whole world come to you as far as your options, as far as asset classes and investments, and start building some planning around your retirement.
And also mention that 59 and a half age is very important for people. If you're working, you're 59 and a half, you're 60, you're 61, you have a 401k, you're eligible for the in-service rollover. We've done this before, but let's talk about it again for people who haven't heard this. You can stay invested and start moving some of that money out with no penalty.
Yep. We can move every dollar of it and leave it open, and you can keep contributing to it.
And getting the match.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now you're really diversifying. You've got your 401k where you're contributing, you're getting matching from your company. That grows tax deferred. You've got an IRA which you can start building a true retirement plan and start to broaden your base of investments. And that typically happens when you're 59 and a half. Most companies allow you to move that out. Even if you're not 59 and a half, there are some companies that have written it into the plan that you can do an in-service withdrawal as well, based on the number of years tenure you have with the company. So it's a simple call. I make it with potential clients and clients of mine all the time. We just call them up. We ask them 3-4 questions. Some of them are very good at knowing the plan. Some of them scramble and you hear papers going and they say, I'll put you on hold and I'll come back. So I would do it with an advisor because the first answer you get, you may be able to challenge and move it out.
If you have a 401k and this is where you've packed all your money and there comes a time when you're going to have to use this money, well, there's also some strategies that you can do before you get to retirement. One of them might be the in-service rollover. One of them might be taking this money under your control in an IRA. And let's mention quickly another option there, and that would be starting to take some of this qualified money, this money you haven't paid taxes on yet, and slowly moving it over to a Roth before you get to retirement. That helps out tax-wise as you get towards 70.
Yeah, so we just need to take a look at your current income tax brackets. Income tax brackets have come down, but you're still working. So do you do it in that first year of retirement? But you should start to plan for that before that day.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're working with an advisor and you're saying, I'm going to retire in 2 years, 3 years, next year, maybe we wait until, if you're retiring halfway through the year, you're going to have half as much income that year, and you make up for it by converting from your 401k into a Roth IRA.
Maybe your spouse decides to retire before you do, and you lose that income. That might be a good time to look at it.
Absolutely. All those options need to be considered, and you got to engage an advisor to do it. It doesn't just come out of the sky at you.